Hi everybody, it's Dr. Dybala from New Day Wellness Center. I wanted to connect with you and give you some general advice for boosting immunity during these times. I want to start with the disclaimer that there are no known medications or supplements that treat COVID-19. These are just general things that can help with your health, making sure that you don't get sick with some other viruses, some bacterial infections. So let's just start at the top. First off, sleep. As simple as it sounds, not everybody is getting good quality sleep. And I'm not just talking about how long you're sleeping. I'm also talking about how many times a night are you waking up? How long does it take for you to fall asleep? What is it like when you get up in the morning? So research has shown that at least 7 hours of sleep is really important for living long and having a healthy life. A lot of Americans are short of that. Really, a good number for adults would be more like 8 hours or so, 7 to 9 hours, and for teenagers and children, it's even more than that. But a lot of the problem that we're having right now is issues with sleep hygiene, and what that means is some good habits to practice before you go to bed and during the day. So nowadays, with smartphones and computers and television sets, there's a lot of blue light being emitted, and I know that you've seen out there some of the blue light glasses that you wonder, does it do anything? And yes, they do actually. Things that emit blue light, they make your brain think that it's daytime, and then your brain can't make melatonin, which helps you sleep, and it stays up at night. So if you're one of those people that goes to bed and then you watch TV for a while until you fall asleep, or you're looking at your smartphone for a while before you fall asleep, and then you wonder why you're getting a second wind and you can't go to bed until after midnight, that could be why. So you want to make sure that you're seeing light during the day, and if there's not much light to be seen from the sun, then go ahead and get yourself something like a happy light or something. And then at night, I usually say around at 6 p.m. at a minimum, start wearing blue light glasses. Some people choose to wear them all day because it helps them with eye strain, but at least give your mind the sense that it's going into dark mode at about 6 p.m. onward. Try to pick a same time every night to go to bed. Try to pick the same time every morning to wake up. So even if on the weekends you go to bed a little later, if you're waking up consistently at the same time in the morning, that'll really reset your body clock. And good sleep is really essential for immune function. And, it's going to help you to regenerate within your body, renew cells. It's going to help your white blood cells to reproduce. So getting good sleep is really important for hitting the reset button for yourself every day. Reducing stress as much as possible. Even though a lot of people may be staying home during this pandemic, stress can be pretty high with being a little out of your element, having to work from home, having kids around when they're usually in school. Everybody's schedule has been kind of flipped over. I keep touching my face even though I told you not to in the other video. It's just a habit. But do you notice how you get sick after you've had a really stressful period? There's a reason for that. Stress actually increases cortisol, which is a stress hormone, and when that cortisol is running rampant, the immune system gets weak. And when the immune system gets weak, that means that you don't mount as good of a response to illness anymore. And so any little virus or any little bacteria can knock you down. So during this time, you really want to work on reducing stress levels as much as possible. And you could do that by taking breaks throughout the day. Practice your blissers, so the things that make you happy. Do the things that make you happy while following the CDC recommendations. But doing things like meditation, breathing exercises, prayer, yoga, whatever makes you tick, whatever makes you sane and keep going. Make sure that you're practicing that every day to reduce your stress, and that will really do a lot of work for your immune system. You can increase your zinc levels, and granted, when I tell you these vitamin and mineral recommendations, you always want to check with your healthcare provider to make sure it's appropriate for you, because just because it's sold in a store, it's natural, doesn't mean that it's safe for you. But zinc is good for helping combat viral attacks, and it's found that it can decrease the duration of common colds and other illnesses. So it's good for a lot of things. I'm not going to give a dosage, but there are different dosages depending on age, and how much you're eating in your diet already, medical condition. The next thing that you can do is take some more vitamin C. Vitamin C is really helpful for decreasing the frequency, severity, duration of illnesses, especially the common cold. And so we do want to be careful with vitamin C because too much of it can make you bloat, it can make you flatulent, it can give you loose stool. Nobody wants that. But what I don't recommend is getting vitamin C through orange juice. Everybody does that. Orange juice has a ton of sugar. Sugar knocks down the immune system, and there are better ways to get vitamin C, either through less sugary foods or through a supplement. Um, Speaking of sugary foods, another idea that is good is having 5 to 7 servings of fresh vegetables per day. No more than 2 to 3 servings of fruit. Fruit is nature's candy. Again, if you're taking in too much sugar, that's going to dampen the immune system. And right now, we want to strengthen the immune system and make sure that we could fight off whatever comes in front of us. So, trying to eat 5 to 7 servings of vegetables a day, whether that be steamed or cooked, or if you want to mix it in a blender and make a smoothie with it, however you've got to get it in, if you got to mash it, make it happen. Some people don't really like to eat their vegetables, so there are vegetable smoothies out there that are ready-made that you could buy in the store. Any way that you can get more servings of that would be fantastic. Or think about the normal things that you normally have for dinner, like if you have a pasta plate, a rice plate, you can replace those carbs for something like vegetables, like put it on a bed of shredded cauliflower, or instead of having a regular pizza, you could get the cauliflower crust now and whatnot. So there's other ways to sneak in veggies. Another tip is to make sure that your vitamin D levels are good. You can test your vitamin D levels with your practitioner and make sure that they're ideal. Vitamin D is really important for increasing the strength of the immune system. It's really good as an anti-inflammatory support. Lastly, we have Sambucus nigra, which is elderberry. I'm sure you've seen elderberry syrup in the store, or maybe you had somebody that you knew that made some. But elderberry is useful for preventing a cold and a duration of a cold. And again, these items are not meant to fight COVID-19 or treat COVID-19. These are just general immune boosters that you may want to look into and talk to your practitioner about. If you have a condition like diabetes, autoimmune disease, heart disease, you definitely always want to talk to a provider before overstimulating your body with any of these. So, as I said, keep sleeping well, decrease your stress, and try some of these tips. And I hope that you stay healthy and happy, and I can't wait to see you on the other side of the pandemic.